Right then, how's it going? It's me, Shotty 4HF, and I finally got round to buying this plugin, and it's called X8. Now, I did a little video a while back on the free version of this plugin, which is called X8 Lite, and yeah, I ended up buying this. I think at one point it was around $49, then it was like $25, and then it was $14.99 for the full version, and I just had to do it because I'd exhausted all of the presets in the free version. I'd gone all through them. I mean, when I first got that, I guess this is probably what the plugin makers were intending to do. But yeah, when I first got that, I thought, wow, you know, there's loads of sounds in here. This will keep me inspired for a little while. And yeah, I'd had exhausted everything that was in there. I'd gone through it, and I knew what was in there, and I actually found it such a useful plugin because it's kind of advertised as an 808 bass plugin, but there's way more in there than when you just think 808s. Do you know what I mean? And I know that with 808s you can make them with pretty much any plugin. You know, you can make your own 808s in Serum or Massive or whatever it is that you use, but you know, to get those kind of like different textures, you know, sometimes it involves quite a bit of processing, you know, like parallel processing, and maybe putting some distortion on there, and maybe a little bit of frequency shifting and that kind of thing to get sort of different tones and textures out of your basic 808, you know, bass, which is essentially, it's just got the pitch coming down, you know, fast at the beginning, and it's just a sub at the end of the day, and you pitch it so it sounds like a kick, and it's an 808 bass. But this thing is so helpful in certain situations where you just want to find something that you can put into the tune, and it's just got that bass line, that typical kind of 808 bass line. And the one thing I will say about this is there are so many presets in this thing. There's so many you know, different types or different sounding 808s. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is because when I did a video on the free version, I did report, I think that I was saying that it had this problem when sometimes I'd recall the project and for some reason the volume had changed and the 808 would just be like bam, like come in louder than everything else, and I'd have to basically unload the plugin and load it back in again for it to get, you know, go back to the same preset for it to be at the same volume. I don't know what that was all about, but the one thing I will report about this, the full version, is it is totally stable. I've not had any issues with this at all, and it is low CPU as well, which is always a good thing if you want to have, you know, several layers of this. So I'm not going to go through like every single sound that this thing has got in it. Just a quick look at the interface. Yeah, it's fairly basic: attack, decay, sustain, release, as you'd expect probably. You've got filters, and this one has reverb as well, which I don't think the free version had. I'm pretty sure. I might have a look in a minute. And it's also got an LFO, which can affect different things, like the mod wheel, the aftertouch, or the velocity. And that is extremely useful because, again, it takes it away from just being a normal 808 bass, and you can start to get, yeah, the different sounding bass lines, and it just certainly takes it away from that and makes it more creative. So there are some of these, you can change the destination, as in pitch, expression, even the panning, so you could have it going left to right. Not sure where you want to do that with a bass element, but obviously you can do if you want to. And the one thing I will just look at is basically here where it says expansion. When you click on this, these are the different folders, if you like, different collections of the 808 sounds, and you know, the titles, I'm pretty much what they say, and I'm assuming that they relate to the type of sounds that are in that category or folder or whatever you want to call it. Deep low, for example, is probably what you might expect. Kicker, you would assume that this folder contains more 808s that are slightly more kick-like. But then there's things like smoke and weird, noiser, which is the folder that I'm in at the moment. Yeah, bangers. So you go into there basically and select the folder. Like I say, I'm in noiser at the moment. And then when you click up here, you get the different presets in that folder. And just looking at that list, it's quite a lot to sort of keep you busy and have a look through when you're working on a tune. And yeah, some of the sounds are great. I think to get some of these sounds, you know, if you were making your own 808s with whatever instrument or synth you're using, you'd have to do quite a lot of additional processing to get them to sound like this. And especially as it's got reverb on there as well, and it's low CPU, you're saving yourself quite a lot of inserts. Do you know what I mean? And it's just a really enjoyable list to sort of go through when you're just trying to find something. Do you know those moments when you're trying to find something but you don't know what? Like, it's perfect for that. It's absolutely perfect for that. And some of them as well, yeah, the sub is so smooth right down to the bottom. I do have a sub in here, so I can really sort of feel those low frequencies. And yeah, they're just very nice and very nicely done. So that's all I wanted to say, really, that I finally got round to buying this. And it's not a sponsor or an affiliate or anything like that. I just thought, as I haven't uploaded a video for a while, I just thought, yeah, I'd come on and say that this is good. It is definitely good. And now, I mean, 14, I was going to buy it anyway. I just didn't get round to it. It wasn't like I was waiting for the price to come down or anything like that. But the price, basically, I thought, right, I'm going to have to get that. And then when I looked at the website, the price had come down again. And I was like, well, that's a sign. I've definitely got to do it. And like I said, I'm not going to go through all the sounds. Most of the sort of parameters that are on there, it's kind of minimal anyway, but it's very straightforward. And most of it is what you'd expect. But what I'll do is I'll just play you a little bit. I've just literally got this beat put together. It's nothing special. And I'll just play it back just quickly to sort of show you what I mean. Yeah. That's the Noiser XP 808, and it's number 73 in the list. And you see you get a little tick mark down there so you can see which one you've selected. I mean, I have actually got this routed. It is going through a bass distortion bus, but there's not a lot going on that. Even if I mute that, and I'll still play it back. And like I say, this is it's nothing special. This beat is nothing special. Actually, it was a drum and bass track. And I've just slowed it down and dropped a drum break in there at 160 BPM just to be able to show you this as it's sounding. But yeah, so just to go through again a couple of the sounds, there's no way I would be able to get through them all. Legendary. Let's go into Legendary, and as you can see, it's loading that up now. And I like the way it does that, because then when you're switching between different presets in here, it's quick, so you can literally just cycle through and listen to the different ones while it's playing back. So it's already got that, you know what I mean? So number 2, cycle again. Cycling quite quickly now. See, like that. It's kind of got that like high pass distorted sound to it, and yeah, they are all kind of legendary, I guess. So if I just go into a different folder, like smoke, for example, who knows what's in there? And then look at these. So, okay, I'm just going to select a few of these at random and see what they sound like. Right, so yeah. And if I turn up this LFO on expression, let's just have a listen to how this changes things. Yeah, as you can hear, it totally changes it, takes it away from being just a normal 808 hit. You can start to get some kind of like really rhythmic bass lines out of this. I'm not actually sure if the LFO rate is synced to the BPM. It doesn't look like it. But I mean, that's not a problem. You just keep sort of moving that around until you get it where you want it. Release, trigger, decay, and this has got a 0 and a 1. I'm not totally sure what that is doing. I was sort of messing around with this the other day. Yeah, you see, I can't really tell what that's doing. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. And yeah, glide, of course, portamento. There's fine tuning there. Although on the fine tuning, you don't really get anything numerical to tell you whether it's like actually gone back to the beginning or not. Sorry, gone back to the center. Okay, so if I change the preset now, does the fine tuning change? No. Okay, that's a little bit annoying because I've changed the fine tuning now and I can't tell. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I think that's kind of sort of clicking back into the middle just as you scroll over it. It would have been nice to be able to reset that. I'm pressing Control and Shift trying to reset it, but obviously you've got filter and volume at the bottom, which I haven't mentioned. Like I say, there's not really much to look around this, and I'm not going to sit here and go through all the presets. Back to weird. Let's go in weird. Why not? I like weird. Let's see what weird really is. Now, there's not so many presets in here, but I actually quite like that. Ooh. Oof. That's really nice. That's really heavy. So again, with the destination to expression. Sorry about that, I was getting carried away. As you can see, I get quite excited when I stumble across some of these sounds. I'm just like, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear that. You might not be able to hear that if you're like listening out of a laptop or out of your phone. You probably won't be able to hear that, but right, okay, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and go through every single sound. It is advertised as having like 1,000 presets or something like that, and I'll be totally honest, I haven't added it up. I mean, in the distorted one, there's a lot. There's certainly enough to be getting on with. So that's all I'm going to say on this for now. It's a nice looking thing as well. I mean, not that really matters, but it's, you know, like the little rust marks on it. It just looks like something out of Fallout. Anyway, yeah, was it Fallout, the game? Yeah, I just had to check. It's the Pip Boy in the Fallout game. The thing that he wears on his wrist. It reminds me of that a little bit. It does look kind of like post-apocalyptic, doesn't it? A little bit. Yeah, anyway. It's a tidy thing. It's full of sounds. I think it's really useful and inspirational. And that's all I wanted to say. So, that's it for this video. And it has been a while since I've uploaded. And I've got some ideas for a few more videos and a few other plugins that I've been looking at and using. And a couple of features that I've found in Cubase recently that I've really started to utilize. And, you know, some of these things, it's like, you know, they've been there under my nose for a long time and I've never really started to use them. And then when I have, it's like, why haven't I been using these things? You know, I should have been using these a long time ago, because it makes certain things a lot more enjoyable. You know, speeds up the workflow, and most importantly, they sound great. So that's some of the stuff that I'll be sharing in some of the upcoming videos. So I'll leave it there with this one. And remember, it's Shotty 4HF, 4HF Records. If you like these videos, obviously, please give it a like. And it's very much appreciated. And also check out the music that I make. Just search Shotty 4HF in all the usual places, and you should be able to find it, and you'll find the latest tracks from me. And that's it. Have a good day. Take it easy. Stay creative. Keep smiling. Sound.
If it disdained its brother.